What up, Tim Moore? Uh, yeah, so I'm trying something different today. Um, we've been talking a lot about getting ourselves out there and about I'm scrolling through my social media platforms right now, so that's why I keep looking up. But anyway, I want to talk to you guys about this thing called hashtags, man. I like to consider it as like a virtual Bogart, man, like a virtual way of kicking in the door or handshakes or just putting yourself out there, man. And the thing is, man, I got to give my boy Max credit on this one. I always tell y'all, man, y'all gotta have somebody in your circle that's gonna push you forward or give you ideas that you may not get anywhere else. And it's just good to have people in your circle, man, that don't keep you boxed in a square. So Max is that guy for me, and of course some of you guys are in TMR as well. But most of y'all know I've been knowing Maxo since I was 6 years old, so that's forever. But and we do that for each other, man, on a consistent basis each week. But anyway, so this thing called hashtags, man. I'm just really getting into social media where I pay attention to it and try to get down on what's going on social media. But with that said, dude, it's really dope when you don't, first of all, you don't even have to be in the same room to get to know people, as we've found out in TMR. But in addition to that, how do you get yourself known across the world if you are stuck in a box? And so what hashtags do for you is, if you learn how to use them the correct way, it basically, it's almost like you having a manager that speaks for you without you ever having to leave your home, or without even having to say a word, but you write a word. And so that's what I'm learning. So again, some of you can give me some feedback, because like I say, I'm still learning, and a lot of it I get from watching how my kids use it and just looking through social media and seeing what's going on. But even as I scroll through, TMR on a day-to-day basis and see, some of the posts that we get, especially from our veteran and our seasoned members here, you'll see posts get 1 or 2 likes some days, and then you'll see those members who have a pretty decent relationship with other members. You'll see that they'll tend to get more views or more likes if that's what you're into than some other members. In addition to that, you will also see the frequency of members who constantly post things and things of substance. I come to find out that things of substance will always get a lot of views versus things that just come across as just something that doesn't matter. And I'm not scrolling through stuff fast on purpose. I'm just scrolling the timeline. So just bear with me. So it's nothing personal. But anyway, man, like I said, the other day, I posted on my personal Instagram account, the photo of me wearing the hoodie that Max and I put together, which has the TMR logo. And it's, man, this hoodie, man, Maxo put together is dope. For those who don't know, that Maxo has its own thing about putting clothes together. So of course, putting him and I together to create some merchandise for TMR was dead on, man, because we trying to take it there, man. We trying to make this platform become more than what it is right now. But just to give you guys notice of what happened with this whole thing, man, just by me using these hashtags here of we are TMR. Just various things that I use within my creation, which is Adobe Illustrator, and things that I do. Just all of this stuff, man. If people go in and type in MacBook Pro, I may come up. You know what I mean? If somebody comes in and type in Adobe Photoshop, I'ma come up. But this is how you link up, and this is how you meet people. I don't know any of these people that have come in, except for Sincere, of course. But I don't know these people that have come in and gave me kudos on we've created here with this hoodie. But in addition, you know, I've gotten new followers, and just on some of the other stuff that I've done, I'm not going to open it up because I'm not trying to focus on other stuff right now, but I've gotten new followers. I've gotten a lot of views on some of the things that I've done. But as I've learned this hashtag thing, it has gotten me more and more views of not just one thing that I've posted, but even a variation of other things that I've posted. So let's go to the TMR Twitter account. I gotta be honest, I don't keep up with this as probably as much as I should, which I gotta get better at it. You can see on the timeline, I don't really post much on there, but I'm gonna get better at it. I'm gonna take more advantage of it. You know, have links to certain things that we do. Sometimes I put up the thoughts of the day or the musical thoughts of the day. FaceTime, which is a real key thing, which is what we talked about. FaceTime and YouTube go hand in hand, just like some of you guys may be on things like Snapchat. I'm not a Snapchatter, but just getting visual with your audience is very key, because people want to see what they're buying. It's not just about you going in and throwing something out there and people don't get a chance to know who you are. It's really important for you to give them a chance to know you as a person, and seeing, man, basically, man, it's about them being nosy, wanting to know what you're doing on a day-to-day basis. But again, you gotta use social media, man, to the best of your ability, and hashtags and having YouTube channels and doing other things like that will help you in that, man. Even let me bounce to my YouTube channel real quick. So if we scroll across my YouTube channel, you'll see this one is the one that I put up yesterday. So of course it hasn't gotten a lot of views. Some videos I put up, like this one, only has 3 views. That's my favorite number. I ain't tripping. But some have more views than others. Of course, this one here, 560 views. And of course, it's because of the content that is involving, as well as the hashtags. And like I say, again, I'm learning this, but I encourage our members to take advantage of hashtags, take advantage of using social media. It's not just about one social media platform. You got to get across more than just one if you're trying to make a difference and get people to know who you are. But then also, if you're trying to look to sell a product, whether it's merchandise as far as clothes, whether it's music, whether it's your beats, as far as you rapping or just doing instrumentals or whatever it is, man, you got to make time to create social media accounts and work those daily. Again, I'm going to take more time on this. I might get on Snapchat, man. I just can't get into Snapchat, man. When I see the puppy ears and all of that stuff, man, especially when my wife had me hop on there with, yeah, I do it. She had me on there with her when we on out on date night. We put on puppy ears and all that and send it to the family. But my kids are on it. And I see that that's something that, you know, people like to get involved in. But social media, man, it's where it's at, man. It's the new wave, and I can tell you that we didn't have this when I was younger, man. And so to see how people are really taking advantage of and getting rich off of this stuff, man, it's really important that we move with the times. I know that me and Chris Rawls go back and forth about me being stubborn at times on different things when it comes to the machine and the NPC, but in reality, we just be teasing each other, man. But you got to evolve, man. You got to adapt to your surroundings and get in the know of what's going on around you. Do your research, take time to get the knowledge, and build yourself up, man. If you're trying to last, if you're trying to be a champion, a heavyweight in the game, these are the things you got to do. And like I said, I'm new at it, and of course I'm gonna get better at it. But I just wanted to share this with you guys because I thought it was very key into what I've been trying to preach, what Max has been trying to preach, and what we've been trying to say as a whole, because we've been having some backlash and some agreements as to what it takes to get yourself across these platforms. I put a post up about what Brandon Lee has going on with getting radio play. Donnie's doing those things, and and even with my cousin Brian, man, who did that video with his clothing line, and of course my little brother also has a clothing line as well. But just people investing in self, man, spending the money, or even if you don't have to spend the money, spend the time, man. Get yourself out there, man. Let these people know what you are all about. But Again, you can't say that you a rapper. You can't say that you a producer if nobody knows about you, right? And I was on the call yesterday, man, and it was funny because my name, of course, is a weird name, but the person I was on the phone with, very known person, so I'm not gonna put his name out there. But he was like, "I heard of you. You got the Musicgram, right?" That was kudos right there, man. That was props right there. Just the fact that our name is out there on social media, man. And I like that. I really do. Because it's not just about me. Again, if you go into TMR, you'll see our members, and everybody has a place here, especially those who take advantage of it, as I always like to say. But not trying to make this video long. I just want to get this out there, man. Again, use those hashtags, use social media, man. Take time to make time for yourself, man, so you can get your brand out there. Also, man, got the Nas playing in the background, man. Had to do that. This is one of my favorite groups from after high school, man. It was actually 95. I graduated in 94, but this is one of those groups that always help keep me on my hip hop game, man. Just on some of the stuff they did from a West Coast perspective, man. But got to give them a shout out, man. Yeah, man. Just take time, man. I mean, that's all I could really tell you guys, man. And again, hope this video helps those and who watched it. And if anybody who watched it has any more feedback for our members, please drop it in the comments. If you want to do another video in addition to this to give us some more seasoning, please do. Because again, content is what we're about to be about in TMR now. We're not playing anymore, man. We got to take this to another level. And those hashtags are going to link us all together. And that's the key. It's not just about us being selfish anymore. It's about us looking at the big picture. If we use hashtags and all the hashtags connect us back to the center, it's gonna branch us out into our individual endeavors, which is what I've been trying to preach for forever. Because the formula is this. Again, you look up TMR, you're going to see everybody who's involved in TMR, which is going to lead to them exploring whatever you're doing on your own. So that's the way it's going to work, man. So again, let's take the time to make time to invest in self. But as I leave, plug in, get connected. I'm gone.